Alright, so here we are, doing the inside. Sorry, it's a little bit more disorganized than it usually is. I'm trying to give you like an overtop view there. So, two things before we get started. One, three things. One, thank you to everyone for 100 subs. I forgot to mention this in the last one. A little bit of a benchmark. I think it's kind of cool. I haven't done anything with those old tools that I was going to do. I wasn't really doing that as a 100 subscriber giveaway. It was just kind of me to give some stuff back to everybody that's been so cool to me. But whatever, it's beside the point. Second, check out Brad and Basic. Those guys really helped me get to where I'm at. That's Mr. Something Basic 215 and Brad's Workbench. I talk to them very regularly. And they've really encouraged me a lot to continue with this because I never really saw myself doing many videos. I just kind of like to be a part of the community and, whatever. And they're both always out there, helping, working for subs. And, it's just a community thing. We all help each other out and we all talk. And it's really cool. Thirdly, I got a new addition to this little bag here, which is cool. This is the Tekton Nut Jaws or whatever. Parrot nose is what I call them. I don't really know if they're all that worth it or not or whatever, because, as far as I'm concerned, and any pair of pliers can hold a nut, but whatever. For 15 bucks USA made, I'll give them a shot and see if they have a real good purpose. I'll tell you what they are really good at, as far as I've used them, because I just got them today. They're great for opening a fucking beer. So, let's get into it, because before this thing becomes forever long. So, let's do the pouch first. So, in the little pouch, I like to keep a part of my everyday carry in my pockets. So there's always a pen, there's always a flashlight and a Sharpie, but in the tool bag, for whatever reason, if I don't have those things on me, they're all in here. Inspection mirror, obviously, a flashlight, a magnet, the pen that I usually carry, carpenter's pencil, I call it, or a contractor's pencil, whatever. It's just a fucking square pencil so it doesn't roll off, and a Sharpie. That's it for the pouch. Let's do the main part on this side. Extra staples, a little bit of rope. These actually, these little bins came with the bag. I got this bag for Father's Day last year. It's really awesome. I don't know, I really like it. It's got feet and everything at the bottom. You guys saw the outside. It's a really nice bag. In here is mostly just rivets, because this is where I keep my rivet gun. You'll see that in a minute. SAE and metric Tekton stubbies. These things are freaking nice. I'm not going to open both bags because, like, look at the finish on these things, man. And they are just, I'm personally, I'd rather go to a stubby before I go grabbing the other wrenches. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I like the way they fit in my hand better, or a lot of times at work, I'm in weird confined spaces, whatever. But, so here's the metric side. Also, I really like the color scheme of Tekton. That's other than all the other great things that they have going for them, in my opinion. Black and red are my two favorite colors. Pardon me, I'm coming down with a little something again, so whatever. Alright, let's do this back wall here on this side. These are Husky Quad Drive, I think they're called. These things are badass. I can't tell you how many times these things have come in handy for me. Matter of fact, it was actually Brad that told me about those. Tekton 8-inch bolt cutters. These things they're okay. The couple of times I used them for something a little bit bigger than I feel like they, really should have been used for. But See if I can get them open with one hand. You can tell they haven't taken too much of a beating, and I've probably used them, I don't know, 20, 25 times in the past year or so that I've had them. So they hold up pretty nice for what they are, I guess. Tekton wire strippers. I'm going to try and do this pretty quick. These Coldwater Husky. Cobalt, adjustables. You know what those are. Alright, so that's it for that side. Let me try and do this just so I can keep it organized when I go to put it back together. I know, I'm sorry. I will start editing things and start, making this better. I want to get this expedition tour done before I do that, before I become a big boy channel, because I want to get some free tools and I want to be more consistent with this. But time is just not permitting right now, so I just got to do what I can when I can, and that's just how it's going to have to be until I get a chance. So let's fucking go. Alright. I'm also a huge Channellock fanboy, which you'll see. So, these are what, the 430s. You know what those are. You know what they're about. You know how it is. 426s, man. These things are nice. They're cool. They're cute. You can get a lot of stuff done with these, and you know what I really like about it is you can just throw them in your back pocket. If you're on a job where you feel like you're going to use them a lot, you throw them in your back pocket and you got them. I carry a Leatherman all the time, but a Leatherman's only as good as a needle nose. So that's how it is. These are 11-inch long reach Tekton dikes. Channellock linesmans. Channellock dikes. Oh, Jerry Milkwood posted in Online Tool Community. Shout out to Online Tool Community. Check that out. Check out SK Tool Mafia. Milwaukee. Shit, what is it? Milwaukee Nation? Milwaukee Nation. The Harbor Freight Tool Couponers. All those guys are cool. It's great. It's all pretty much the same group of guys. Whatever. Channellock 317s. Those things are nice. I'm not a big fan of like the nut ones because I have all of these other pliers. But when you need a pair of needle nose, man, these things are unbeatable. They come in great handy. These, I don't remember what number they are. I don't remember which ones they are. I do like the V-groove of these. I remember one time there was like an emergency. One of the ovens at work, when you close the handle, there's like a pin at the top and bottom that go in, and it activates this spring which locks whatever. It does a bunch of bagel shit. And I tried to come in. One of those pins got stuck. I tried to come in with my 430s, and they were just a little bit too fat to get in between the, like inch and a half maybe gap that I had to get in there. And these came in handy. Because, look, you can see how much more narrow that would be. And also they have that kind of, the design of the face is just much more different. Here you can see, it's unbelievable. And that's one of those situations where people are like, oh, they both do the same thing. You don't need those. Well, sometimes I do, especially in an emergency situation. Also, more often than not, it's just because there could be 2 or 3 people that want to use the same tool, and I'm the only person in the world that seems to own fucking tools in those situations. So, pipe cutter. as you can see here, that my name is not Tim. This was my dad's. I kind of just found it and I used it one day, and it just lives in my bag now, which is cool. A little 7.5 Tekton pry bar. Sorry, it's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm not really thinking right now. Yeah, man, you'd be surprised. You'd be amazed as that, you think, oh, that's cute, what's it going to be when it grows up and shit. But this thing has come in handy a lot of times, especially doing demo jobs in like a tight corner where your other wall you have to preserve or whatever, like for a fire or water damage, and you're, an inch away from a, I don't know, window or something, or you're trying to take out a window sill but you don't want to damage the drywall underneath, when you need like a real precise thing and you can't come in there with a 9-inch pry bar or a 12-inch pry bar, sorry. Cobalt pass-through ratchet. I guess the sockets are on the bottom here. Oh shoot, I missed my little 4-inch Tekton. This guy's cute. But, like I said before, it comes in handy. That goes with the other adjustables. See, that's another thing with this bag, man. Like, you have to check the bottom of stuff. I hide things. Alright. Let's flip it around here. So, Craftsman flathead Phillips screwdrivers. Tekton claw hammer, or not claw hammer. Tekton hammer, 20 ounce. Once again, channel lock GL6s. That's what it is. Those are the GL10s, and I have the 12s in the big box. But once again, these are another set that have, like, a little bit thinner of a profile. Sorry, I can't even. A little bit thinner of a profile. And you just, I stick them in my pocket. I do like the V-groove on these. I feel like in a smaller application, this is going to come in much more handy than it would in even a 10-inch situation, because, I don't know, it's just what I've come across. Milwaukee 11-in-1. I'm not going to go over that at all, because everybody probably has one. A whole bunch of Cobalt mini pliers. Here, this video is going to be a lot longer than I intended on. I know I'm switching sides here, but just staying in. I honestly think I might at some point get rid of these, because I used to keep these in here for like jewelry and small electrical work. But I have that in one of the bins. There's a lot of stuff that I feel like I have just too much of, and all this weight is really killing my gas mileage. So if anybody has like a good idea as to, like, hey, I really don't think you need this whole bin or something, that'd be cool. But whatever. More Tekton. I should really write them an email and say, just send me shit and I will review it. Because I really haven't found a product that I'm like, wow, this absolutely sucks. Including their ratchets. I might do another video about that in the future. But I've never had a problem with any of the USA stuff, rebranded or not. I don't really care. I like it. It's affordable. And I like their return policy. I like their rewards policy. I think Tekton is great, especially for somebody like me. I'm a DIYer at best. And, but whatever. So, 6 and 8 inch pliers. Just, your standard pliers.